And dropped off now for Sema. Down to the goal line, trying to cut in front. He goes into the goaltender and the goal post. And Carter Froggett's in some discomfort right now, trying to shake off that blocker hand. A couple of more collisions. As Nick Sema's got something for Ryan Abraham, but no harm, no foul that way. 45 seconds gone in the first. Spitfires bring it back up. Noah Morneau in for Protas. 16 points against the Spirit this season. As Greentree played that one back, it's intercepted by Chernyshov. Trying to go back up through center. 3-on-2. He's got Protas all over him, though. Chernyshov for Epperson. Waits and shoots. He scores! Christian Epperson! First down of the hockey game, and the Spirit take a 1-0 lead. Saginaw, 2 power play goals against on 2 opportunities for London last night. They need to stop early on here as Abraham gloves this down and moves it on to Belchez. Cross ice, broken up by Misa, still gets over, and a little bit of a stumble there from Cole Davis. So the Spirit will fire that one all the way out. It ends up in Jones. And of course, Andrew Oak and Caden Sienko out as well here tonight. Carson Woodall off the draw. There for Cole Davis, back for Woodall. Pressured by Misa, down low to Davis in the left circle. Trying to take a shot, that one broken up by Glavin. Forgioni's got a broken stick. Maybe take an extra second to lay that one down. McNamara trying to go through the seam. Former Spirit first-round pick can't get that pass to convert. Abraham just inside the blue line. 35 gone to the power play. A point shot. That one whistles wide. Past the fallen stick of P.J. Forgioni and the net. This one broken up to the top of the zone. Misa can't one-hand it out. Woodall's got it. Down the left wing boards into the corner. Looking to go in front. Nicely broken up by Epperson. A stickless Forgioni can't kick that away. Belchez down to the goal line. A rising shot. It's on the goaltender's shoulder. And Belchez, a spear for Papineau. And that's going to draw a crowd and a lot of attention from P.J. Forgioni. Papineau had that puck somewhere in the chest protector. And he's got something to say to Belchez. Wyatt Kennedy up for games. Here at 5-on-5. The cross corner dumped in. 1-0 on the goal by Christian Epperson. 26th of the season, Chernyshov the lone helper. Mangoni just gets it back out to center. And this will be picked up here by Andrew Robinson, playing in his second OHL game. Cole Davis up for Windsor, flipped it back out into Spirit real estate. That's over the laces of Hayden Barch. Back into that far side corner again. He gets a rough ride from Abraham. Glavin for Mangoni. Takes a look up through center, shifting on through. Wanted to send that one over after it. Good stick lift there against Eichler, but Epperson can't get the body positioning. Morneau throws this on through. And this one will be picked up in the left wing circle. A shot. That one fought off by Papineau. Greentree thought he had a great chance at Windsor's first goal. It stays 1-0. Glove down by the man responsible, Epperson. Out-muscled there by Greentree. Puck is under him somewhere. Jammed free by Wyatt Kennedy, the former North Bay Battalion defenseman. And he'll send things all the way back in behind Papineau's net. He'll paddle it there for James Go. 3 shots aside, 13:55 to go here in this first period. James Go takes a look from his own blue line. Backhanded ahead. Dimas Jokin on. Windsor watching the bottom of the standings carefully. Sarnia, the Sioux Greyhounds, the Owen Sound attack, they're all flip-flopping daily, it seems. This puck's back out at center. Settled down here by Nesbitt and floated in. And the glove down again by Papineau. He moves it to the corner for James Go. And Windsor knows that they're starting at home ice and to take this offensive zone face-off for Windsor. 2-0 Spirit. Here's a chance for Greentree. A shot fought off by Papineau, and in the Spirit end. I'm trying to get a look at that if we can. And it's one back to Eichler. A shot tipped on its way through, and a good save by Papineau. And the puck is in. And now that's going to draw a crowd. Protas has Mangoni on his back. Eichler joins the fray as well. Skates are in the air. Helmets are loose in the circle. And there are bodies all over the place as Protas is trying to pull somebody off a teammate. An absolute yard sale right now. Morneau and James Go are locked up. It's hard to see exactly who's on the bottom of the pile. Josh Glavin has a death grip on Protas' right leg, and Eichler's got Glavin. An extra little shove there for Nick Sema. We'll see a whole parade to the penalty box right now. Tensions are high at this time of year. Only 3 games separate the Spirit from the postseason right now. Move that puck around. Armour wins the face-off here. Dimas Jokin a little trouble off the boards. Josh Glavin spins it over. 50 seconds left on the power play. Forgioni stood up at the blue line by Greentree. Nick Sema just tries to bump this back in deep, but Abraham takes over for the Spitfires. Fires this down the length of the ice. Caleb Papineau, one hop right into the glove. Whoa, that's on top of the net and in the blue paint. Little unorthodox there.
Stuck in his mitt.
Carson Harmer picks it up in front of the goaltender. We'll see if the Spirit can turn this into anything. Stumbling is Eichler. Harmer's in, dusts it off, and cuts it in a circle. Drop back for Seema, the puck high up into the air. A little bit of a baseball swing there, and Seema's lucky that didn't tag Walt. He finishes his check in the corner. 14 seconds left on the Costello penalty. And Josh Glavin will skate things up. Storch again, shifting wide, forced off by Kennedy. Dumped back in deep. Ethan Weir as Costello's out of the box. Spitfires have killed it off. Sharp angle try. Pad save. Rebound. Storch pushed just wide. This comes back up to the left point. Josh Glavin snaps it in. Too far for the stick of Storch. All the way around. Forgione comes to meet it in the corner. Wyatt Kennedy knocks Ethan Weir off the puck. There's DeForo on the backhand. He'll clear it out. And Caden Johnston will reel things back in here for the Spirit. Jammed off the stick or not? The Spirit got a little luck earlier on in this game. Windsor looks to see that luck run out, though. Protas sweeps one towards the net. Pad save Papineau. Good rebound sitting there for Weingart. This one pushed up the near side boards, and Ethan Weir takes a check, but he moves it to Caden Johnston. Luke McNamara on this from center. Chopped after by Weir. Ilya Protas shifting down the wing again. Now Woodall trying to push a shot towards the net. That rolls wide off the toe of his stick. Weingart back up looking to go there for Andrew Robinson. And out to center he goes. We've already seen 2 overtime games between Saginaw and Windsor in this building this season, so we're not exactly strangers to 3 against 3. And now a stretch pass is going to be picked up by Seema. Fake the shot. McNamara's out of the box. Seema knows he's shorthanded, so he's just going to try to take as much clock as he can. Cristoforo, 4-on-3 now for the Windsor Spitfires as Greentree leads him in. Crosses pass with Protas. Saw a little chop there from Forgione. Nesbitt back down and give and go, and that shot just sent wide off the return feed from Cristoforo. And now it leaps over the stick of Greentree and back out to center. Thought Windsor was going to find the back of the net for sure. Greentree's back in. They may yet still. Protas casually for Cristoforo. Dropped it off Protas. Now Greentree. Protas again. Quick shot there, up and into the glass, and again, it takes a fortunate bounce and goes down the length of the ice. All the penalties when we have a lot of them, and usually it doesn't happen until the second. But sure, 2:03 to go. We're back at 4-on-4 here. Michael Misa's up ahead now for Dima Zilkin. He's got a lane and a lot of room, and that one off the cuff of Froggett's glove. This one laid down by Josh Glavin. Misa trying to make a lane there for Dima Zilkin. Forced off by Carson Woodall. And dropped back, Wyatt Kennedy on the outlet pass. Can't be settled down by Greentree. Just poked ahead by James Go. Picked up at the Windsor blue line here by Kennedy. Carson Woodall. Near side Greentree lost it. Protas has it back. Thrown right onto the stick of the Spirit captain Misa, who was held off the score sheet last night for Saginaw. Just the second time this season he's gone 2 games without a point. He's in right now. Forced off the puck by Kennedy. Taken again here by Greentree. Whacked at by Epperson. Closed off along the far boards. The trailer, Nesbitt trying to keep that play alive. But right back onto the stick of Chernyshov. Bounces off Woodall. And Epperson, a little bit of a stick check there. Has a moment as James Go gets knotted up there with Nesbitt. Epperson. 2-hand whack. He broke his own stick on Morneau. Spear get away with one there. And they're not going to get away with the icing, but Chernyshov's in to wave it off. Joseph Eichler trying to escape. 41 seconds at 4-on-4. Nesbitt stood up by Forgione. Valeris tosses a man into the boards. And Chernyshov, the outlet pass. Gervais trying to get through Walton. The shot broken up and the pad save made on the partially blocked shot there from Carter Froggett. Nesbitt, the counterattack left off for Morneau. Nice stick left there by Igor Chernyshov. Eichler put that back into some skates. A Nesbitt shot, pad save by Papineau. Puck on the near side boards taken here by Josh Glavin. 15 seconds here in the first period. Glavin on the cross corner dump in. Jacob Kluche pursues Eichler. Belchez back up at his own blue line. Is it enough time to get in? Yes, but not to get a shot on goal. A little bit more at the tail end of the period. Jacob Kluche and Ethan Belchez. Game right now, Misa 0 for 8 on the draw. This one to the boards. Igor Chernyshov laid it back down, and it's Protas on it here for Windsor. Up for Morneau. Skates it into the neutral zone himself. Crosses with Greentree. Taken away by Chernyshov. Puts that right into an area for Misa. Soft touch ahead for Epperson. Can't be handled, and so it's Kennedy. Taking a check from Epperson. Protas spins this one onto the near side, Greentree. His pass goes off the skate of Misa. Again, top 2 point getters. Misa and Greentree in the OHL this season. Both are yet to find their way onto the score sheet here in this game. Yep, delayed offside, and then of course the penalty for Saginaw suddenly. Off the face-off, it's controlled by Windsor's Hicks. Over a one-time shot, stick saved by Caleb Papineau on Belchez. Second unit starts out here for Windsor. Belchez springs free of Jacob Pluche. This one just held in on the edge of the blue line. Cole Davis now. Near side pass, looking to the back goalpost. That one can't be angled in by Luke McNamara. All the way down and around. And Froggatt tried to drop off there for Carter Hicks. Calmly from back out behind his own net, away from the stick check of Carson Harmer. Dropped off to Cole Davis. Can't get wide of Harmer. Abraham tosses this one back on here to Hicks. Stick check by Jacob Kluchik. Brings it back in. Josh Glavin, the first man to it for Saginaw, just jams this over a couple of heads. It'll be picked up here. Short-handed. Harmer can't get around the skates of Woodall. Can't get a piece of Woodall either on the attempted check. Back up for McNamara halfway through this Windsor power play. Their fifth of the hockey game. He's back in behind the goal. McNamara up high. Woodall, lots of room. Luce tries to occupy the space. Protas in the circle. Cross-ice feed. A one-timer by Abraham. Goes off the heel of his stick. Papineau again in his 7th consecutive start. Valeris in the box for roughing. Protas over. Woodall away from Gervais. Back down below the goal line he goes. Can't put it in front. Popped into the air. Woodall off the boards for Protas. Near side Greentree. Spinning away from Gervais. Carries him over to the boards along with the puck. Back for Woodall. Quickly over. Protas far circle. The return, center point, Woodall, then Protas back on through near side. Greentree puts a rising shot. That one goes up and into the net. 1:32 left on the Windsor power play. Trying to tie it up. Back to the point, Protas again. Rolling into the left circle. Protas, lots of steam. Got to go around Nesbitt. And then the back of the net. Now Greentree back in the circle. Rising shot shrugged off by Papineau. 4 bodies in front. Misa's on the puck. Kept in by Protas. Walks into the lane. Puts it back down low. Greentree up for more. No, nicely sticked away there by Misa. He's going to battle for this puck. And the captain clears. And they're going to cheer for that. Froggatt will drop off here for Woodall. 1 assist already for the Windsor goaltender. Woodall drops it back for Greentree. Up for Protas, so that means no more assist opportunity for Froggatt. The Spirit will clear here. Down to 50 seconds on the Xander Valeris. Windsor 1 for 6 on the power play now. Puck intercepted here by Chernyshov. What will he do with it? Trying to find Misa. That'll be broken up. Davis down the left side with speed. Trying to get past Bartz. Gets a shot away. And another save here by Papineau. No rebound. Putting advantage here in the second. Spirit win the D-zone face-off. Glavin. There for Michael Misa off the glass and out. Chernyshov trying to settle it down. Tries to one-hand it there through Walton. Chernyshov gets through with Epperson breaking towards the net. He's trying to put it back in front for Misa. But it was read well by Protas. Now the pass off the boards will settle down. Not quite perfectly for Greentree, but he'll make it work. Now spun back in front. Jam play. Backhanded shot gets saved there by Papineau on Morneau from point-blank range. Protas onto the far boards. Taken down by Misa. Play's going to continue. Ethan Weir leads a 2-on-1 with Chernyshov. Weir, Spitfires history, has what appears to be his 48th goal of the season. This goes back in behind Froggatt's goal. Kennedy hit hard by Michael Misa. All of a sudden, the Spirit a bit behind the 8 ball here as time winding down in the middle frame. Nesbitt will be chased down into the Spirit end by Chernyshov. Nesbitt back in front. Greentree bumps it over, and that shot somehow stayed out of the net. Protas may have been robbed there by Papineau. Moved up the wall. Off a skate. Greentree turns that one into Chernyshov's leg. Igor off the boards looking for Misa. Back to Chernyshov. Windsor forecheck keeping Saginaw hemmed in right now, and all Misa can do is find Epperson. Runs out of room thanks to Costello. Misa and Epperson trying to pull it free. James Go can't do that. Now here's Greentree as Epperson and Protas are locked up behind the plate. Greentree just jammed up there by Josh Glavin. Protas has Epperson in a headlock back in the neutral zone. Play continues as the Spirit just shovel things out. As now the puck is picked up here by Walton and fired back in. Papineau stops it. Backhanded pass for Josh Glavin. 6.5 to go in the second. 3 unanswered here by the Spitfires as Michael Misa puts this back into the skates of Caden Johnston. Got to get away from the loose stick, but he can't do it. Now Davis back in for Windsor. Dropped off right to Ethan Weir. Fired off the glass, and he'll just be content to clear the zone. Joe Unit starts out again here for Windsor. Glavin won't give Davis any real estate to work with, so it's James Go out from behind the spear net and clears it from the backhand. Froggatt moves it along. Davis hit by Jacob Kluche. Steals there from Carter Hicks. Trying to keep things going back and behind the net. Kluche spun around there by Hicks. Gets free. Puck off the boards, and that's it for Kluche. He's back to the bench. And the Spitfires will see Abraham back up to center. Now Belches down the near side. Waits it on the curl and drag. It's poked away by Glavin. James Go looking at Gervais shorthanded. Make that 2 for 7 now. This one up through center. Abraham's got it. Shouldered by Carson Harmer. Up and ahead to Chernyshov. Approaching the final minute of the period as Chernyshov is in, knocked down. Still on this puck as Kennedy gives him the business. Now Blake Barnes off the boards. Back in deep for Dima Zilkin. Left there for Carson Harmer. Kennedy puts him into the boards. Glavin up high. Swings it near side. Blake Barnes back over. Harmer takes a shot. That one blocked by Kennedy, but Harmer's on the rebound. Backhanded passes settled by Barnes. Gets in deep. Chernyshov. Heavy hit again from Kennedy, and that one can't be held in by the outstretched stick of Blake Barnes. Chernyshov. Another tie-up as Seema's looking for this puck. It'll be taken out of the fray and moved up ice here by Eichler. Puck drops for James Go. He's got Morneau in hot pursuit. James Go bails out of a hit. Puck is fired back in there by Protas off the skate of Go. Glavin has to make a quick pass. Go up for Seema. Stolen. Protas. 2 on the night. Slides it over. Greentree. Great save by Papineau with the glove. Rebound can't be pulled out by Misa. Shot by Protas is into the glass. Greentree here. Slides it on through again for Protas. That one can't be reeled in. 19 here in the period. Carson Woodall just inside the line. Sent back here for Protas. Back on through. Morneau. Jammed up there by Misa. He gets free. Michael Misa trying to stretch things here in the final 10. Down the right side. Finds the late man. Mangoni in front. They score! Nick Seema with 5.3 in the period.
Good play.
But that game was a 4-3 Windsor advantage going into the third as well. Ilya Protas has the hat trick in this game. Michael Misa has the opening face-off of the third, and James Go has some trouble in the form of Noah Morneau. That Costello goal was officially credited to Protas, who hits the 50-goal plateau here, as he's taken down by Epperson back and behind the Windsor goal. Remember, those two have had their fair share of battles in this game. As Walton will flip this in here. One hop in on Papineau. He's just got to get the body down in front of prospect 1 year after his first draft-eligible season. Cristofore's done the same thing. Massive part of this Windsor blue line as this puck is up and into the netting after the zone and then dumped back in by Dima Zilkin. Robinson hit by Gervais. Puck on now to Windsor's Eichler. 17:40 to go here in the third period. Cross-ice pass taken by Protas. 3 goals in the game. Morneau. Chipped there by Chernyshov. Jammed after by Josh Glavin. Protas rips this one around back to the point. A Walton shot. Sticks it. Papineau. High rebound. They score. Morneau jams it home. Offensive zone. Papineau makes the first save. Up in the air it goes and just lays down at the last minute.
Yeah.
Goal number 28 on the season for Noah Morneau. No, 2 against 2. Harmer shoots. That's a pad save there by Froggatt. Eichler turns around. Games gets it out to center. Now it'll be taken away here by James Go. He's going to lose an edge there, I believe, against James. Try back in behind the goal. This will be walked out again by Morneau. Turnaround shot. That one fought off there by Papineau. Rebound chance. Saved again by Papineau, and the rebound is lost, but picked up by Go. And quickly, Morneau and McNamara will take the puck away. Spitfires high again. Woodall point shot saved by Papineau. The rebound located in front. Sprawling out. Papineau punches it away from McNamara. Rebound off the pads, and then this one up. Not what it typically has been here for Saginaw. This one back and behind the goal. Kluche tries to go to work against Eichler. Costello up the boards and out to center. Mangoni watches. Weingart trying to get on the horse here. He's beating out the icing, and he's going to put James Go into the boards. Mangoni's waiting for this puck to pop out. Finally pulls it free, kicks it there. Glavin's in some trouble. Spitfires do not keep it in. We got to go back and touch up as it was fired back in by Andrew Robinson. James go for Mangoni. Carson Harmer, cross ice. Kluche takes a shot, and that goes wide, maybe off the outside of the goal. Josh Glavin hops over his stick blade, taken down by a game. That one intercepted by James Go. Here comes Epperson again. 3-on-2 with Nesbitt as back pressure. And pass in front for Misa is sent wide. And this one goes off the glass. Glavin over for James Go. Shot bouncing in front. Loose puck. Nobody can get to it. A diving Misa. Now it's poked back to the point. Cycled down low. James Go for Misa. Walton's without a stick. Approaching the midway point of the period here. Misa holds him off on a backhand shot. Surprised Froggatt, but he made the save. Chernyshov and Misa try to hold it in. Glavin taps it on down low. Walton tied up there by Epperson. And with the stick, Belchez is able to move this down for Greentree. Stolen away by Josh Glavin. Doubles back and uses the boards. Little pinball back in behind the Spirit net. Now they're in trouble as Weingart pushes it back in. Costello against Glavin. Carson Harmer again for Saginaw. Trouble with the passes. Games is going to steal. James Go places it back in behind the net. Halfway through the third. 5-3 the Windsor lead. Woodall. Back up for Weingart. Long toss in and a stick save by Papineau. This goes to the corner. Costello puts Glavin into the wall, and it's up for Harmer again. Tries to stretch on by. And you see the frustration as that ends it. An opportunity for the first line as Protas puts things back in. Kluche. Back behind the Spirit net. Up for Xander Valeris. The defenseman leading the rush into the offensive zone. Dropped off for Mangoni. Lost the puck. Gets cleaned out there by Greentree. Harmer's on it. In the slot. Trying to put it backdoor for Valeris. It goes wide, and now Greentree up the near side. Going to be a breakaway. Greentree against Papineau. Tied up there by Mangoni. And a great save by Papineau as he stretches out the right path. Now taken by Kluche. End to end we go. Mangoni, who was the last man back for Saginaw, doesn't have any gas left to Mangoni. In the circle, Mangoni shifts on through, gets around Davis. He's got it in the circle, back on through, looking for Kluche. Too far for him and too far for Josh Glavin. So back in the neutral zone, a spill for James Go, gets right back up. Handles that puck, but it's onto the stick of Abraham. He's got to wait for his teammates to touch up. Inside 6 to go. James Go, on and off the tape of Harmer. Morneau twisting it around. Papineau there to knock it into space with his goal stick. James Go to Carson Harmer. To Caleb Mangoni on the near side. Pushed in past him. But now, things are feeling good right now. Caleb Papineau's back in the Spirit net. We're inside 4 to go in regulation. They still need one more. And things are going to be a lot tighter on the Windsor side. Papineau remains in the goal for now. Davis driving wide. The Spitfires could really curtail the energy on the Spirit bench if they put one in the back of the net here. Harmer takes a heavy check. Nesbitt runs right through him for Joni. Gives it back to Josh Glavin. Up for Kluche and look around again. Nick Sema off his skates towards the middle of the ice. A sliding Misa. Walton goes off the boards, and that one goes off a Windsor player on the bench. Two of his best face-off men in Harmer and Gervais. Now, it doesn't matter here because the Spitfires win it. They slip things ahead for Abraham. Trying to go back up. In behind the Spirit net it goes. Josh Glavin up for Gervais. Rolling back in, Carson Woodall. Icing's been waved out. It is loud in this building. There have been a couple of opportunities where players think they're hearing whistles and maybe the opposite sometimes. They keep on going here. Inside the final 90 of regulation. Eichler and Gervais do battle. Morneau locking up with Kluche. Harmer back in. Gervais off the wall, away from Eichler. Kluche's on it here. Back and behind the net. Jacob Kluche on the near side. In the circle, gets free. That shot goes off a body and out of play. Windsor uniformed in Liam Greentree right now. And they've won the face-off. Carson Woodall. Now for Greentree, back and forth they go. Too many men on the ice for the Saginaw Spirit, being served by Jacob Kluche. Morneau up high for Greentree. Takes a look, puts it high into the glass. Woodall rolls after him. Back in the corner, tied up by James Go. Protas spun back in front. Can't be handled by Morneau. Misa trying to race after it. Diving play. Misa down the left side, shorthanded. Does he have enough room and enough gas? Now this one's pushed back in.
He did what he had to do.
Greentree now for Protas. Back up through center red. 40 seconds gone here on the power play. Carson Woodall up high, waiting, back to the near side. Greentree onto the far circle. Ilya Protas walking towards the middle. Watched by Glavin. Shot. Just getting a toe on that one was the goaltender Papineau. Protas again. Greentree back to him. Protas walking in. Greentree, a little jammed up there, but he's made his way out to the center point, then back over to Protas. Down low, Morneau. Drifting up high, Protas switches with him. Greentree there on the drop-off. Down low, Protas swept away nicely there by a prone James Go. Greentree in the circle, takes a shot, and Papineau makes the save. Misa wins the face-off. Josh Glavin safely off the boards. Back in on Froggen. 35 on the Windsor power play. 1:17 in the overtime. Greentree into the offensive end. A drop pass back. Morneau deflected by Misa, but the Spitfires have it in the corner. James Go bumps with Woodall. 2 against 2. The puck comes free. Glavin gets to it first. Backhands it ahead. And out of danger. Down to 15 on the PK.